this Atlas offense.
This is relentless.
Best attack squad in the league for sure.
I was just thinking that Jeff Teet's a wizard for like the 10th time.
So smooth, it's so under control.
Teet loses his defender and scores easily.
If you're open, he's gonna find you.
You turn and I look for the ball and I'm like, oh my God, Jeff already put it in my head.
Teet to Dixon, got it. Lightning quick release by the Slim Reaper.
Xander Dixon.
He sees things before they happen.
The hand-eye coordination is next level.
His off-ball movement is off the chart.
With the number 2 overall pick, New York Atlas select Connor Schellenberger, attack, UVA.
He's like Peyton Manning with the lacrosse stick.
You put Jelly anywhere, he's going to make an impact. I mean, he's just that talented of a player.
He makes everybody better.
Schellenberger stabs into it.
Catch and release, ultra efficient.
That kid number 1's pretty good, huh?
That's just beautiful lacrosse.
Set that to Ode to Joy. Set that to Mozart or Bach. The defending champions, the Utah Archers.
Live up to the standard and elevate it. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3.
We're the best midfielder on the planet.
Schreiber for 2! Stabs it top left corner.
And then you slide to him, and he whips those passes all the way across the
Fields behind the back.
Under 20 seconds in the shot clock. No one is better in the PLL than 5 and White. Just makes your jaw drop.
Grant amen.
He rolls back, gets a little leverage, and scores.
He's just so shifty. He's so quick.
Oh, Keith! Oh, don't do it to him. Snapping ankles and scoring on the back pedal. So keep falling down.
Even from the ground, he's able to get enough velocity on that.
Watch him. One-handed between the legs and scores! Gosh! Stop the madness!
Where he put it.
Between the legs shot in the top shelf. This thing has gas. The goal of the year, and it's not even close.
Well, Lehman thinks it's the goal of the century, not just
14-7 with the defending champs. The game's over. The game's over. The Outlaws, what's our identity? Brendan O'Neill.
The number 1 pick, a guy who was billed as a generational player. You have him, Denver will have a chance in every game.
Just get the ball to Brendan O'Neill.
Here are the keys. We don't care how you get there. You drive, take us there.
Be the f***ing man. Got you for a reason. Be the f***ing man.
O'Neill from the outside. Goliath is online. The Outlaws unleash him. O'Neill again. That's a 2. O'Neill calling for it. Turbines away. He's taking over. O'Neill shoots on the run. He's cooking. O'Neill sweeps across, fires and scores. Oh, are you kidding me?
Putting this Outlaws team on his back.
Skip pass. O'Neill for the win. Got it. And Denver stuns the defending champions.
It was beyond a hot trick.
He was on fire, and then he had a cheat code on top of it.
I haven't seen a performance like that in a long time.
A local high school actually nearly beat the Japanese champions in the Japanese equivalent of the FA Cup. And what's awesome about the Emperor's Cup is that universities and even high schools are encouraged to play, which brings us to Funabashi Municipal High School. In the first round, they beat semi-pro team Thespa Kusatsu 1-0. In the second round, they met Hunan University and also beat them 1-0. This meant they made the third round and they got drawn away against Yokohama F. Marinos, who had won the J-League the year before. In the first 6 minutes, the champions scored 2 goals. One of the players in the high school team recounts that they thought they were going to lose 10-0, but they didn't. In the second half, the champions goalkeeper made a terrible mistake, and thanks to this piece of amazing skill, they equalized late in the second half. But that wasn't it. They nearly won it. A substitute forward and high schooler found himself in on goal against the champions and hit the crossbar. They gutted their way to a penalty shootout before eventually falling 4-1. There's a Guardian link in the description for more. Bad loop incoming. Fastest managerial sacking ever was so fast that the manager in question never managed a single match, and I think it's a record that will never be broken. The manager in question was former player Leroy Rosenior, and it was actually at a club that he had managed before. Torquay United got itself relegated out of the Football League, and that's what prompted the owner Mike Bateson to try and go for a steady hand that had gotten Torquay United promoted in the past. On May 17th, Leroy Rosenior was announced as the new manager for Torquay United. The BBC wrote this article about it, in which he's quoted as saying he's not promising overnight success. Well, he did get an overnight sacking, because the owner, Mike Bateson, was in the process of selling the club. And when Torquay United was sold to Alex Rowe and Chris Boyce, they preferred a different manager. And so Leroy Rosenior was sacked after 10 minutes. He did have a sense of humor about the whole thing, saying it was a shock, but we had a good laugh about it. Obviously, they thought I'd done a fantastic job after 10 minutes and let me go. They're gonna sort me out a little bit of compensation. He probably deserves it for being, this is the most petty thing I have ever seen. Where did it happen? Peru. The Peruvian League, specifically in the final match of the Peruvian season. The league had been tight all year, a close race between Alianza Lima, who was leading the way and finished the season top of the league, and Universitario, also from Lima, who were in second and had a very good second half of the season. But such is the way in Peru that the top two teams that finish in the league table play home and away to determine the league champion. The first leg was played at Universitario, and it was a 1-1 draw, which meant two-time reigning champions Alianza Lima had to be thinking, all we have to do is win at home, and we win the league. Easy, right? Obviously, it didn't quite work out that way. An early goal from Peruvian international Edison Flores kicked things off for Universitario en route to a 2-0 win to win the league. And right when the final whistle was blown, Alianza Lima cut off the lights. They just shut the stadium lights off. But because the lights were off, the staff struggled to get everybody out of the stands, and the fans got into a couple of scuffles on the way out. That's why
May 1st, 2004. There are 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in Mike Powell's Dome career. Syracuse, currently on the man up, leads UMass 18-6. Mikey has 6 goals and an assist. It's the part of the game where fans spend more time deciding whether to leave early and beat the traffic or stick it out. This cake is baked. Not tonight. All season long, Mike Powell has promised something never seen on a lacrosse field before, what he calls the move. This game's commentators opened the broadcast talking about the move. There is nothing meaningful in play right now, but this crowd has never paid this much attention to Mikey Powell.
Powell has the ball. There's his forward flip and a shot. Oh, that was the move.
Some saw the move as unnecessary. Some saw it as arrogant. Plenty of people, including Mikey himself, would point out that, in the end, the shot didn't even make it to the goal. Do you think these fans care?
He didn't put it in the goal, but the fans loved it anyway. And no, I've never seen that on a lacrosse field before.
From the perspective of individual accomplishments, Mike Powell's career is unmatched across all of Syracuse history. Through the lens of team success, his era ranks behind only the Gate dynasty. Those who had worn 22 before him chose the grandest stages for their one iconic moment. But here is Mikey Powell, at the end of a blowout, getting a standing ovation from the fans for doing a front flip. Some will say that's as far from the essence of sports as it gets. Some will say nothing could be closer to it. Mikey Powell somehow feels accurate on both counts.